Peace. This is Spiritual Lifting with V. Let me get your soul swole. Today's topic is honor and honesty. Living in honor and honesty. First off, I'd like to say I love everyone out there. Love yourselves today. Peace and blessings to all throughout the universe. Feel the beautiful sun and the cosmic rays shine down upon all of you. Go into this day with a deep intent of unconditional love, honor, respect, success. Keep an open mind frame about everything that happens here in this life. I love you. Okay. First, I'd like to reach on today's subject matter on such a glorious, beautiful day by speaking about living with honor. There was I believe it's in the book, The Way of the Samurai. And it's about victories. A victory won honestly is honorable and gains you all the respect in the world. A victory that is ill-gotten means nothing because it's really not a win at that point. Riches that are gained honestly are all the riches in the world. Riches that are ill-gottenly gained really mean nothing. They'll be fleeting and passing by. I don't know about you, but I'd rather fall to defeat or lose a battle or a competition or whatever it is in honor than to ever do anything or win anything or get somewhere in life through dishonorable means or measures. When you walk through this life, and believe me, living in honor, it is not an easy thing to do because there's so many things that a person could do or go through when they want something, they want a victory really bad. And sometimes there are those shortcuts that you could take that just might get you there. Little cheats. But the thing is, if you do the little cheats, you'll get cheated a little. And if you cheat your whole way through, well, you'll be cheated the whole way through. And you'll never really end up with that victory or winning the way that you imagined or thought that you would win. And having power or money with no respect or honor, you might as well not have anything at all. When you're going through this world with honor, you are, and this is my second part that I'm bringing into this, but I'm going to speak a little bit of it now. You're living your life honestly and in honesty. Being a truth bearer, a truth teller. Living your life in a mode of honor. Sometimes it doesn't allow you to, let's say, do things the way that you wanted to do them, which might be the easy route or the shortcut way. It takes, as a friend of mine says, and I always bring this up because it reaches on so many things in life, it takes facing your adversities, facing the difficulties and the trials, and then pushing your way through there. Well, one way we can get to and begin to live our life honorably is honestly wake up in the morning thanking the grand creator, the grand architect, the heavenly Father for this life. Then asking for the strength to be able to move through this life with honor and honesty. Asking him to keep his hand on us and his spirit within us is a beautiful way to begin this. And then think about these things. The first place to begin is giving yourself honor, being honorable to yourself, not allowing yourself to take the shortcuts in life, not allowing yourself to take the easy route in life, not allowing yourself to be disrespectful to yourself. When you allow certain things, those negative aspects of life to creep in, you can begin to become those negative aspects of life. You don't have to worry about what your reputation is or what people think about you if you live a life of honor. Because when you're doing honorable things, People don't need to wonder about your reputation. They don't need to wonder about you. They don't even need to question and or ask. Thank you, beautiful son. Hello. Just think about this. When you live a life of honor and honesty, you never have to worry about your reputation, because it will say it right there by the things that you do. Think about that feeling when you've had and people haven't been worried about what you do and or your actions, and they've said, that guy can be trusted or that girl can be trusted. Yes, I'll do business with this person. They're always honest. That means that you've been pushing yourself to live a life of honor and honesty. This life of honor, and when you strive to live a life of honor, because we all haven't always, if you have been living a life of honor or always lived a life of honor, we all have done something that has been to ourselves or to others that someone has maybe felt dishonorable. And it's okay to admit that, because that's the only way that we can get to a life of honor, is by going through those motions, making those mistakes, having these things happen to put us into a mode of, I never want to be that again. I want to be the best version of me, the best person I can be, the greatest figure or inspiration to those around me that I can be by living a life of honor. For any of you that are competitors or soldiers or warriors of any type, whether it's academic, spiritual, military, or just in life in general, musician, it never feels good to win. It never feels good to have victory if it isn't done honestly. Because maybe you have the title, but you ain't gonna get the accolades. A life of honor is a beautiful life. A life of honor brings you respect. And once you get the respect, the floodgates are open, because now everything else can come to you. Honor your soul, honor your spirit, honor your mind, honor your body, honor your energy. Let nothing take that away from you. And sometimes on this road to honor and honesty, people aren't going to like it. People aren't going to like your actions. They're not going to like your emotions. They're not going to like your moves. Hell, they probably won't even begin to understand the reason why you're doing certain things and certain choices that you're choosing to make. And sometimes we make choices that are difficult that people can't understand because we want to maintain our honor. Sometimes we make choices and moves that are difficult for people to understand because we want to maintain our honor. And everyone ain't going to understand that. Everyone ain't going to get that. Everyone's not going to figure that out. And sometimes it takes time, and then later down the line, people will go, oh, that's why that happened. I get it now. Honoring the situation. But first, it takes being honest with ourselves. Thank you, Heavenly Father. The kingdom come, that will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For the power and the glory are yours now and forever. Amen. Again, ask Him. Ask the grand architect. Ask the divine creator for the strength to remain honest and honorable. Your soul, your heart, your spirit, keep it open. You can gain everything in life that you want. But this is a big, strong building block and foundation. The next part I want to talk about is honesty. Honesty, for some, is a very difficult thing. Because since we live in this world of illusions and delusions, in technology, we don't really like to be in this full mode of honesty, because we want to travel through this world of make-believe, this fantasized ideal of who we are, what we are. And this is how we fall into the trap of the world because then we end up losing that whole thing of who we truly are. We follow trends, we follow looks, we follow whatever everybody else is doing, and we lose ourselves in the midst of it. Being honest is being true to yourself. Being honest is you don't have to deceive anyone for any apparent reason because you're walking and living with honor. Being honest is knowing thyself, which is going to be a later video. Again, this is another thing. When you are living and moving through this world with honesty, a lot of people aren't going to understand why you're making certain decisions, why you're making moves the way you are, why you're cutting certain people off. And a lot of times that's to maintain yourself being honest with yourself, or maintain yourself being honest to a situation, or even yourself to be honest with those people. This takes deep digging inside. Being honest with the Heavenly Creator. Knowing where to set your boundaries. Knowing where to place your heart and your spirit. Knowing what tasks have been given to you to do. Sometimes we want to travel in this illusionary world. Sometimes we want to be a part of that dream state. Because yes, every day can be the dream state. Every day can be locked in the meditative higher self in the spiritual realm. But what I'm talking about, the dream state of the illusion and delusion of this world, when we are not being honest with ourselves, we don't want to look up and say, after it's been said to you by the outside sources, or you keep running through the same mistake over and over again. Only if I would have known. Why did I ever fall into that trap? Why did I ever believe this lie? I should have just been honest with myself. This could have never have gone this way. It would have never gone this way. Well, everyone at some point in time in their life has not been honest with themselves about something. It's when you start becoming honest with yourself and living with honor, you begin to become free, truly free, and break the matrix. Be honest with yourself. You deserve love. You deserve joy. You deserve peace. You deserve happiness. You deserve success, not sex. Well, you could deserve that too, but success. You deserve self-empowerment. There's always something to make a person smile throughout the day. Love, let's say that. You deserve to be loved unconditionally. We all do. We all do. And if you're in a position where it's not being presented to you, and you're in a position where you're finding yourself going down the same pitfalls over and over again, then just maybe you aren't being honest with yourself about your life condition, about the way that you're living your life, about the things that you're doing, about the circles that you're carrying yourself in. And a lot of us think that we have this super high energy just because we do all the meditations, just because we do all the practices. It takes more than that. It takes a deep, deep inner reflection all the way to the darkest pits and parts that no one wants to go to, because in those parts, in those deep, dark parts, you got to be honest and face the duality of yourself. It's okay to have that duality, but don't let one side overtake the other. There must be a balance that should be and always must be maintained, because one can't survive without the other. But being fearful of even accepting all of it, when you're fearful of that, you're not being honest, and it's not being honorable. Coming to a pure acceptance of who you are, what you are, what you're, if you're looking for purpose, self-discovery, knowing thyself, understanding one's existence, Some of us can't understand our own existence because we choose not to be honest with ourselves. We choose not to live with honesty and honor, honoring ourselves and our own spirits by being honest with ourselves. Just think about honesty, honor. Those are almost the same words. Because when you have honor, you are an honest person. When you are an honest person, you have honor. If you want the keys to the machine, I'm handing them out. All you got to do is grab the keys, get in and drive. You want to take your life to the max and live a better life and become the best version of you, because there's many versions of all of us, but if we want the most out of this existence that we can get, let's choose the best one so we can have the most successful and fruitful existence. As elders, or to the younger ones, and yes, if there are people that are surrounding you that are younger than you, then you are their elder. We have to begin to step up, because there's too much going on right now where there's too much being lost in translation. There's too many lessons and too many teachers that's being lost in translation. We have to stand up and show the youth it's not about the scam. It's not about the lie. It's not about poisoning the people. It's not about the quick, fast, and ready. Let's start with honesty and honor. I know back in my day, we respected the elder in the neighborhood. No one would ever attack an old person. And we would have to go out there, and the parents would come and get us. Or my mom and dad would make me go down to the lady who, at that time, she had actually even picked cotton. She was so old. And this is no joke. Well, Miss Gussie, she came. You go down there and cut her grass. You go down there and get the trash roll out of the yard. And if Miss Gussie saw it, sometimes she'd come out with a nice little crispy silver dollar or a dollar bill for a whole afternoon's worth of work. And it wasn't even about that. It was about the fact that we were being taught respect and honor and honesty. What happened, people, to the community taking care of each other? If the old lady down the street couldn't go get a grocery, somebody in the neighborhood made sure that somebody went and helped her out. Or the old man. These things that are going on today, there's something wrong with it. And it's being publicized, and people are not being taught to live with honesty and honor. Because if they were, and people were living this way, the youth was living this way, these things wouldn't be happening. I'm saying all this to say, we have to instill in each other on a daily basis. Yeah, there's easier way to do things. There's easier ways to get it. But we need not to look to that easy route. We want a clean, honest, honorable victory. Clean, honest, honorable victory in this life. And it can all happen. So, start and begin this day by waking up and knowing that you're going to honor yourself. You're going to be honest with yourself. And you're going to honor the grand creator of the universe, the divine being, the grand architect. And asking him to move you away from anything or anyone that potentially may lead you to dishonor or non-honesty, a lack of honesty, or people who are going to take you down a negative trail. There's so many avenues I could reach on honor and honesty. But let's be spiritual warriors in this life. Let's be spiritual warriors in this life and travel through this life with honor and honesty. And if you haven't been living with honor and honesty, give it a try. Watch how the respect changes for you. Watch how everything starts to change. If you've liked this subject matter that I've spoken on today, honor and honesty, drop a comment. I'm always down for correspondence. If anyone would like me to do a part 2, because there's a lot of different ways that this could go. Leave a message, and I'll be more than glad to do a part 2 to anything that I do. And if you're new to the channel, thank you for watching. I got many more videos. Please look at them. And I love conversation. I love correspondence. Anybody that wants to DM me or whatever. Remember, the children are the future and we are the past. But working together, we can all be the future. This life is a beautiful journey. The children are what's most important. We can make this happen in our time and in our existence. People, we got to do better. And we got to be the perpetuators, the motion givers of change. Even to your own peers. If you got a friend or a family member or somebody that's doing things dishonorably or not in an honest manner, I'm sure we all have someone that fell to the ills of life. On whatever level they might have been doing something that was dishonorable or not honest. And in some cases, maybe it led to the death, incarceration, or it just led to a ruining of their own personal reputation. Look, let's all be warriors of the spirit. And let's start that fight with an open heart and an open spirit. And moving forward with a deep intent to have honor and be honest every day. Love thy neighbor as you're going to love thyself. I love all of you as well as I love myself. Again, the children are what's most important. They are the future and we are the past. But if we work together, we can all be the future. This has been Spiritual Lifting with V. Let me get your soul swole. Peace.